Soy Dulce Magaña, miembro del equipo coordinador del Fondo Agroecológico para la Península de Yucatán. Un saludo afectuoso a cada uno de los participantes en la reunión de donantes en agroecología. En México y América Latina es fundamental la financiación para apoyar a los movimientos agroecológicos en ampliar los sistemas alimentarios. En esta temporada estamos cosechando el maíz, que es la base fundamental de la alimentación en México, junto con frijoles y calabazas. Con el maíz preparamos atole, tortillas y elotes tiernos que compartimos como agradecimiento a la lluvia, a la selva y a la tierra. Cotidianamente criamos animales para la producción de carne y de huevo, así como abejas para miel, sembramos frutales y cultivamos hortalizas. La milpa maya históricamente preserva prácticas respetuosas con el territorio y la biodiversidad. Las abejas son parte del ecosistema natural en una selva donde convergen los sistemas alimentarios locales. Hombres, mujeres, juventudes e infancias participan en las actividades para la producción agroecológica. México, como país, está asumiendo compromisos hacia la agroecología, un camino hacia una transformación agrícola con retos económicos y políticos. Con la participación de la sociedad civil, el conocimiento y liderazgo indígena, se logrará esta transformación, así como con acciones que fortalezcan la soberanía alimentaria y la autonomía del territorio y sus comunidades. Ante los desafíos que enfrentamos como el cambio climático, la pérdida de saberes, plagas y enfermedades, lo colectivo y comunitario es fundamental. No cuenta con apoyo financiero, por lo tanto, cualquier esfuerzo para movilizar inversiones es fundamental para continuar la agroecología desde las bases.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Nancy Mugimba, the National Coordinator for Eastern and Southern Africa Small Scale Farmers Forum, Uganda. That is ESAF Uganda. I greet you all, the agroecology donors that are gathered in Rome to discuss the issue of financing to agroecology. I'll share some interventions that we are doing in Uganda. And this time I would like to put a spotlight on the agroecology clubs in schools. These are clubs that we gather learners in academic institutions to come together and learn more about agroecology. We notice that we cannot talk agroecology if the young generation is not involved. We deal with farmers who have a lot of information, and this information is not trickling down to the younger generation. And this is because of the way agriculture is viewed and much more agroecology. So in these learning institutions, the learners have school gardens where we teach them different practices depending on their need, and they propagate these practices in their small plots, and sometimes they go home and do the same. And we are having an effect where even the parents are now interested in agroecological practices. We also have school debates that happen annually, and the poem writing competition that is just basically aimed at putting agroecology out there in the different learning institutions. As we all know that these efforts to scale up agroecology cannot take root without a favorable policy environment. The National Agroecology Strategy in Uganda was formulated with the lead of the Ministry of Agriculture in collaboration with other civil society organizations, of which ESAF Uganda is part. And we are at the stage where we need the policy to be passed by the responsible ministry officials. And at this time, we are hopeful that something will happen, this year, and we'll have this policy passed. And we are willing and ready, because we know what is in the strategy. We are willing to take part in its implementation at the different stages that were laid out. We are ready and we are willing, and this will help a lot in supporting agroecology efforts that the farmers are already taking part in and carrying out in their communities. As we all know, that these interventions that help to scale up agroecology are generally underfunded. And Without a deliberate effort to finance these efforts, there will not be any special focus on the agroecology advancement. Therefore, your efforts to mobilize financing for the advancement of grassroots agroecology are much more needed at this time when the world is grappling with issues of food insecurity, of erratic weather patterns. We are holding together with the different donors who are holding together with us. We shall provide the evidence that agroecology can feed the world. We shall provide the different statistics as we have been gathering it over time, that actually there is a case that agroecology can feed the world, and it is not true that agroecology is primitive. Agroecology is the right way to feed a world that is dying because of poor health and poisoning. So I just want us to know that all the organizations that are behind this are not alone with you. And therefore, we wish you very good deliberations in this meeting. And I know that something good will come out of them. And who knows, we shall have more funding to agroecology efforts, not only from the donor community, but also from our governments, because of your support to this agroecology transition. Thank you very much and have a good stay.
Hi, this is Kathleen, Mangga of Kilusang, ng Pilipinas, or the Peasant Movement of the Philippines. KMP is one of the founding members of the Via Campesina. Let me show you some of the ways we are scaling up agroecology. Today is International Rural Women's Day, and we are joined by our women farmers from different regions. Part of our work in KMP is to strengthen organizations to seek accountability from government agencies like the Department of Agriculture. So landlessness makes it a significant challenge to practice agroecology. Through the KMP's Bongkalan, or Collective Land Cultivation Program, we organize farmers to maintain their position in farms, while the organization works through the legal process of securing land tenure. Here, we raise farmers' capacity for sustainable agriculture, develop rice trial farms and community seed banks, and more importantly, strengthen the resolve of farmers to commit to relearning agroecology practices. We continue to make agroecology a platform for solidarity and cooperation. Our next stop is here at the University of the Philippines, where we are going to visit our pop-up Bagsakan Farmers Market. We have made efforts in connecting our farmers with the different sectors and with the different institutions. We have connected them to the unions of the different hospitals and academies, and also with the justice sector. So now our Bagsakan farmers have regular pop-up Bagsakan in the different hospitals, universities, and in the Supreme Court of the Philippines. These are some of the products that we have in the farmers' Bongkalan or collective land cultivation areas, which they sell in this pop-up Bagsakan farmers market. These on-ground efforts are very significant and deserves continued support. Amid landlessness and the brunt of climate crisis, we continue to call for land to the tillers, healthy food for all, and agroecology programs now.